Why do some projects create lasting impact while others seem to disappear without making much difference at all? One major reason is strategic alignment. The most successful projects aren't just well managed, they're connected to a larger purpose and a clear set of priorities. In higher education, we're often juggling multiple initiatives at once, from implementing new technologies to redesigning student services or launching new academic programs. But not every project contributes equally to longer-term goals. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Katie Linder, a certified project manager, change manager, and coach who works full-time leading and supporting teams in higher education. On this channel, I offer real-world examples of how project management translates into the higher ed environment. If you're looking for ways to use project management tools and skills, both professionally and personally, to bring more ease to your work and life, you're in the right place. Let's start with strategy. When people hear the word strategy, they sometimes think of a strategic plan sitting on a shelf or a document that gets referenced once a year. But strategy is much more than that. It's an individual's or an organization's approach to achieving long-term goals. Strategy provides direction. It helps you make decisions about what matters most. And it helps organizations determine where they should focus their time, attention, and resources. In higher education, strategic goals often focus on things like improving student success, increasing enrollment, supporting employee development, expanding research activity, strengthening community partnerships, or improving operational effectiveness. These kinds of goals describe where the institution wants to go, but they don't actually create change on their own. That's where projects come in. Projects are the way that we turn strategy into action. A project is a temporary effort designed to create a specific outcome or deliver a particular result. In higher education, projects might include implementing a new student information system, launching a faculty mentoring initiative, redesigning academic advising processes, or creating a new online degree program. One of the simplest ways to understand the relationship between strategy and projects is to think of strategy as the destination and projects as the vehicles that help you get there. For example, imagine your institution has a strategic goal focused on improving student retention. That's the destination. To achieve that goal, the institution might launch several projects. One project could focus on implementing an early alert system. Another might redesign orientation programming. A third could expand academic coaching services. Each project contributes to the same strategic objective, even though the work itself looks very different. This is why the connection between projects and strategy is so important. Without projects, strategy remains a set of ideas and aspirations. And without strategy, projects can become disconnected activities that consume resources without creating meaningful progress. One of the biggest challenges I see in higher education is what I often think of as project overload. New initiatives are constantly being introduced, and many of them may be worthwhile on their own. But when there isn't a clear connection to institutional priorities, people can quickly become overwhelmed. Teams begin competing for resources. Staff experience initiative fatigue. Leaders struggle to determine what should take priority, and it becomes difficult to measure whether all of that activity is actually moving the institution forward. This is why strategic alignment matters so much. Strategic alignment simply means that projects are intentionally connected to organizational goals. When institutions use strategic alignment to guide decision-making, they can make better choices about where to invest their limited time and resources. They can also communicate more clearly about why certain projects are being prioritized over others. Even if you're not in a formal leadership role, there are ways to think more strategically about your own work. One of the most useful things you can do is consider your own strategic plan. What are the priorities and goals that you have identified as important for your career path or your personal fulfillment? Then look at the projects you're currently involved in and ask yourself a simple question. What strategic objective does my work support? That question helps connect your day-to-day activities to larger goals and outcomes. It can also help you communicate the value of your work to others. From an employee engagement perspective, when people understand how a project contributes to a larger goal, they're often more engaged and more motivated to support the work. They can see that the project isn't just another task on a long to-do list. It's part of something larger and more meaningful. At the end of the day, strategy and projects support each other. Strategy provides direction and focus. Projects provide action and execution. When the two are connected, organizations are far more likely to achieve the outcomes they're working toward. The next time you're involved in a project, take a moment to ask yourself, what strategic goal does this support? The answer can help you better understand the purpose of your work and the impact it's designed to create. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. How clearly do you see the connection between projects and strategy within your own work or at your institution? Is that connection easy to identify, or does it sometimes feel a little unclear? And if you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more content on project management and higher education. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.